السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. أما بعد. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome again. This is the second day in Ramadan live streaming on Madinah Arabic Online Tuition Center. This is Mustafa Raslan, and inshallah today we are continuing what we started yesterday about Surah An-Naba. Yesterday we learned from ayah 1 to ayah 16, and today inshallah we are continuing from ayah 17. As we said before, this surah has about three themes. The first one talking about the resurrection and how the polytheists, they were denying the concept of getting back again to life after death, or being asked about what they've done. The second theme speaks about the things and the change that will take place as a sign of the start of resurrection. As we see inshallah on the screen, we will read together. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا. يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا. وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا. وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا. إن جهنم كانت مرصادا. للطاغين مآبا. لابثين فيها أحقابا. لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا. إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا. وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا. وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا. فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. So as you see, these are ayahs from 17 to 30. They're discussing the change that will take place as sign of the start of the day of judgment. Inna yawm al-fasl. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala names the day of judgment, or yawm al-qiyamah, fasl, or separation, because everything will be clear from the other in that day. Kana miqata. Don't think that because we don't know it, that it will not take place. No, it has its appointed time. And as a sign of its advent, يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا. The day the horn is blown and will come forth in multitudes. Also, وفتحت السماء. السماء, the heavens, will change, will be opened like gateways. As for the mountains, they'll be removed like a mirage. After all this is just Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning a brief and short aspect of what will take place on the day of judgment. After all that, we will have two types of people: the losers and the successful. And this is the habit of the Qur'an. Every time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of judgment, He subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions also those that will be successful on that day and those who will be losers on that day. Inna Jahannama kanat mirsada. Jahannam, hellfires, await. It's been lying in wait. لِلطَّاغِينَ مَآبًا. Waiting for who? For those transgressors, those who didn't put in their considerations the limits that have been set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ma'aba, a place of return or abode. لَبِثِينَ فِيهَا أَحْقَابًا. They will stay there and remain for ages. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only knows. It depends on the action of each individual. لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا. They'll not taste therein any coolness or drink. إلا حميما وغساقا. Just their food and their nutrition will be based on very scalding water and very thorny kind of food. جزاء وفاقا. This is appropriate recompense. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-adl, and He subhanahu wa ta'ala is just and never wrong anyone, just as He subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ أَسَاءَ فَلَا يَلُومَنَّ إِلَّا نَفْسَهُ, in the hadith Qudusi. So if anyone does something bad or does any kind of evil, he shouldn't blame anyone except himself. إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا لَا يَرْجُونَ حِسَابًا. Why did they deserve this kind of punishment? Indeed, they were not expecting an account. So believing in the resurrection, first and foremost, believing in the day of judgment, that it will take place, that I'm going to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala one day, so I'll have to reckon every action, reckon every single word I utter. وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا كِذَّابًا. And denied our verses with clear and emphatic denial. So every time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned any of His verses or gives any of the proofs, they just used to simply deny them. وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ كِتَابًا. But don't think that this was not counted. No, everything was being counted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and by the writers, the angels who write the deeds and the actions. فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذاب. It will be said to them, taste the punishment. فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. We will never increase you except in torment, except in torture. This is what you deserve because of your actions. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this theme warning those disbelievers, those who deny the resurrection or deny the concept of accountability and responsibility and being asked about their things, about their actions and statements on the day of judgment. As for the part of tajweed, before we start analyzing some of the tajweed and common mistakes, I'd like to remind you that you can participate in this live streaming by just clicking on the link I've attached in the description of the video on Facebook. Just click on it and then you can participate, and then I'll allow your audio to be live streamed in that live streaming, inshallah. Okay. If we start from this one, inna, as we said, if you look here, this is gunna. Yes, some scholars said it's for 2 counts, and basically it is the most complete kind of gunna. So inna yawm al-fasli. Again, we said some people, they struggle in putting it in its accurate place. They might say inna yawma or inna yawm al-fasli. No, inna yawm al-fasli kana. Don't say ka, no, ka. Kana miqa. This is the qaf. Don't say ka. No, it's qa. Kana miqata. Definitely, if we stop with the tanween fathitain, we change it to alif mad, and this is the mad iwad. Miqata. If you stop, don't say miqatan, and don't say miqat. It's miqata. And the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to stop at the end of each ayah. يوم ينفخ إخفاء. Inshallah, by time we'll know the exact letters that it calls إخفاء. ينفخ, you hide the sound of noon. في الصور, lam is lam shamsiyya, so it has nothing on top, so we skip it, we don't read it. So here basically the 3 skipped letters are Hamza to Wasl, because this Hamza we skip it in the middle of our reading or pronunciation. If there is lam shamsiyya, has nothing on top, we skip it as well. And if Hamza to Wasl is preceded by mad letter, the mad letter is skipped. في الصور فتأتون أفواجا. فتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا. سماء, this is mad. We have different types of mad. We have mad wajib, متصل, mad جائز, منفصل, mad lazim. This one is mad wajib, متصل, obligatory and connected mad. Why? Because the mad letter and the hamza become both in one single word, so extended for 4 or 5 counts. فكانت أبوابا. This is قلقلة. This is قلقلة weak قلقلة or قلقلة صغرى, because it's in the middle of my pronunciation. There's a common mistake here as well, that some people hold on the sound of قلقلة صغرى. No, they say فكانت أبوابا. No, فكانت أبوا. أبوا. So don't stop or don't hold on it. Okay, فكانت أبوابا وسيرت الجبال. Many people, they struggle in getting the exact stress that الشدة needs. وسيرت. You must say وسيرت. وسيرت. No. الشدة stands for two typical letters. So basically it's وسي, يا سكون, يي, and يا كسرة. So they are merged into each other and it became just one emphasized or one stressed letter, which is the ya, shadda, and kasra. Right. So once you see this shadda, this is the sign of shadda, you just stretch it, push at the sound of the letter that has shadda. وسيي وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا. إن جهنم كانت مرصادا. مرصادا. This is one of the regular words. مرصادا. The standard rule says if ra has sukoon and there is a kasra before it, you make it light. You say mir, mir. Okay? But now the other rule says, but even if it's preceded by kasra, but followed by one of the isti'la letters, صاد or ضاد or ta or ظا or qaf, if it's followed by one of these letters, so the isti'la letter takes priority and it changes the ra to be heavy or elevated sound. So instead of mir sada, you say mir sada. Why? Because of the existence of sad. Mir sada. Listen to the difference between the a and a. Why? Alif completely follows what's before it. If it has elevated sound before it, it should be elevated. Sad is heavy one. Sa, and that is light. De, mirsada. You need to balance. This is subhanallah. That's why Imam Muhammad ibn Jazari, when he came to define التجويد, he said وهو زينة القراءة. زينة القراءة. It's the beautification of reading. It's the decoration of your recitation. How to decorate it, how to feel the beauty of and the eloquence of the Arabic language, the language of Al-Qur'an, by just trying to taste every single letter when you come to read the Qur'an. مرصادا للطاغين. We have different kinds of or stages of elevation. The highest and the strongest stage is when the letter of isti'la comes with fatha and followed by alif. Ta, qa, gha, kha, sa, da. This is the highest stage, the highest level of elevation. للطاغين مآبا. لابثين فيها أحقابا. So why there is a shadda here? Basically, if you start with it, you just ignore the shadda. If you start with the letter, okay, with the word that has a shadda at the first letter, you just ignore the shadda and then see whether if there is a fatha or kasra or dhamma or whatever. لابثين. But shadda, as we said yesterday, Al-Qur'an mabni ala al-wasl, joining, that you can join all words, or you can, if once you finish the Quran, you can start over again. Al-jinnati wan-nasi bismillahir rahmanir rahim. But if you intend to join ma'aban with labithina, so here you will have idgham without gunna. مآبل لابثين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا. إضغام, we will cover it also إن شاء الله. إلا حميما وغساقا. again إضغام ضمن غين. غين, some people they mix it with qaf sound, some people they mix it with g sound, which is not in Arabic actually. So they say wagga, wagassa, wagassa. No, it's wagha, gha. And I always say to the students that ghain is the gargling sound. When you come to gargle, you know wagha, wagha, wagassa, wagassa. You have to balance. What is heavy should be heavy, what's light should be light. وغساقا ساقا جزاء وفاقا. again مد واجب. جزاء وفاقا. إنهم كانوا لا يرجون حسابا. حساب حساب الله لا كا نو كا. إنهم كانوا لا يرجون. This one, this is a silent letter or skipped letter. Why? Because there is a circle sukoon on it. Once you see a sukoon, if it comes on top of any letter, basically it comes on just, or usually, the mad letters, the waw or the ya or the alif, whether in the middle or in the end, you just skip it. كانوا لا يرجون حسابا كذبوا بآياتنا كذابا. شدة وكذ كذ. The problem is some of even our young students, they are confused and they read this letter kaf as ya. No, this one is kaf. Kaf has different shapes and different positions. If you struggle in this, you'll need to go back, to the second lesson or the second chapter, which is the letters positions. So this is kaf. Kaf can be like this. Kaf can be like that. The final kaf, which has hamza in the middle of it. Okay, kaf with lam or kaf with alif. It has a different form as well. Like this one, this is kaf, kaf alif. Okay, yes. كذابا. وكل كاف with لام. وكل شيء أحصيناه كتابا. فذوقوا فلن نزيدكم إلا عذابا. Okay. Yes. Yes, so this is just most of the common mistakes or the rules that are related to the ayahs. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us all and make all of us from the people of Quran. Again, let me remind you, inshallah, you can participate from the links that are attached to the video on Facebook. If you couldn't join, you can just send your recording of the recitation of these ayahs, of the daily ayahs, to the attached email. You have free access to MadinahArabic.com. You have plenty of sources there to learn Arabic or Tajweed. Or if you would like to get one-to-one lessons, you can simply visit MadinahArabic.net. Jazakumullah khairan. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.